Trump is all set to be the 47th President of the United States. In a stunning comeback, which many say is unprecedented in U.S. history, Trump won the U.S. elections to secure the top seat at the White House. Shortly after the results were announced, he delivered a spectacular victory speech, thanking the voters and indicating some policy decisions he will take as soon as he assumes office.
I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America. Let me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon. But he's a character, he's a special guy, he's a super genius. We have to protect our geniuses. We don't have that many of them. Many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
Now, the election results in the United States have also sparked a political slugfest in India, with the NDA leader celebrating Trump's return, saying the Save Democracy pitch seems to have flopped in the United States, just like it did in India in the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. They say that the democracy under threat narrative is a fear-based strategy, which seems to have failed many times in India as well.
I think that sometimes voters move beyond fear. Spreading fear is very different from spreading hope. And I think that in India as well, there was a fake narrative that was very prevalent during the Lok Sabha election.
We have seen that it is a defeat of this democracy khatre mein hai, samvidhan khatre mein hai narrative. The idea to scare people that if the verdict does not go in your favor, democracy has lost. This is from the playbook and handbook of woke left liberals.
A false narrative was built that democracy is going to be destroyed and that this would be the last election in each of the country. They said in India during the campaign that democracy is being destroyed, especially by the dynasty of the Congress party.
Now, another BJP leader, Radhika Khera, took a swipe at Rahul Gandhi after Trump's victory. She took to social media platform X to ask, and I quote, "What will happen to Shehzade's uncle Soros now?" unquote. In response, Congress's Udit Raj has said that such attacks don't deserve a reply, as they're an attempt to distract from the real issues in the country.
They are mad people, and such things are not to be replied. They don't have any task, and for them, neither farmers exist nor unemployed people exist, or there are plethora of problems in the country, so we don't want to get diverted.
Now, meanwhile, there was a complete meltdown in the opposition camp. The senior Congress leader Abhishek Manu Singhvi, in a post on X, said Melania, who is the third wife of Trump, will become the first lady for the second time. The DMK, on the other hand, has called the assassination attempt on Trump a poll gimmick, which he copied from India.
मेरी समझ से बाहर है कि ट्रंप के जीतने की इस कदर खुशी भारतीय जनता पार्टी को क्यों है? अमेरिका की डेमोक्रेसी से भारत की डेमोक्रेसी का कोई मुकाबला नहीं किया जा सकता।
एक तो मुझे बहुत अफसोस लगता है कि ऐसे चरित्र के आदमी जिनको कि अमेरिका की कोर्ट्स ने ही फेलन बताया है और जिसके इतिहास में लिखा है कि वो वैश्यों के पास जाता है और उनको पैसे देता है मुंह बंद करने के लिए, कि ऐसे जलील आदमी को दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा प्रेसिडेंट चुनकर निकाला है।
But Republicans, particularly Trump, had resorted to many gimmickry, like 2 shooting incidents. These are all incidents which we have seen in India that he has copied. Maybe some advisors from India had told that you play a drama so that we can win.
Let's go across to my colleague Rishabh, who joins us on the broadcast with the details. Rishabh, the political war of words over what happened in the United States after the results showed a very decisive victory for Donald Trump. In India as well, several questions being raised in the war of words over the similar narrative that has been taken by some political parties saying this is a fight to save democracy.
Well, definitely, the political implications on domestic politics of India after the results in Washington was something that was on expected line. While the BJP and the ruling dispensation looks elated with Donald Trump back in White House, there have been a lot of ifs and buts from the opposition party. The way Udit Raj from Congress or other leaders from Congress have reacted to Trump's election shows something that how much of impact will US elections have on India. Amit Malviya took to Twitter took to X for that matter, saying that if Donald Trump can become president again at 78, Prime Minister who would be 78 in 2029 can definitely come back to par. So that is something that a parallel is being drawn by BJP, while the Congress, be it Rashid Alvi, be it Udit Raj, they have been dismissive of Donald Trump for long, and now after the victory, the Congress party has been saying that why is it that Indian ruling dispensation is so elated about Donald Trump, pointing out at the policies that Donald Trump might bring into White House once he comes in, and the way things might change for India as well. So definitely the domestic politics is at rife, while Congress versus BJP is happening on Donald Trump. Donald Trump has won, the transaction has begun. 75 days of transaction will take between the Democrats and Republicans now for Republicans to take over the White House. Somewhere between 20th of January to 21st of January is when we are expecting Donald Trump to start working from White House. So it will be interesting to see how things unfold on that front. But here in India, the US results have definitely gave ammunition to both ruling dispensation and the opposition to fight over it.
Okay, all right. Stay with us. In fact, as Trump wins the US presidential election mandate, there's clearly no end to the politics on home soil. Now, there's also a call from BJP leader Amit Malviya for a 4th term for Prime Minister Modi. Amit Malviya, in fact, took to social media X to post that Donald Trump, at the age of 78, ran for the presidential office and secured a 2nd term. He then added that Prime Minister Modi will be 78 in 2029. After the social media post, Congress reminded the BJP of the retirement at 75 years rule and said that it was not Donald Trump who said one must retire at 75. The Congress leader even questioned whether Prime Minister Modi would do so.
See, in America, Donald Trump never said that after 75 one should be retired, whereas Mr. Modi has said it. And it's a Modi moral right to stick what he has said it. And these two things are different. Donald Trump has never said like that. I don't know what ethics Mr. Amit Malviya practices, whether they have any ethics or not.
So, Rishabh, the entire controversy or statements from the opposition were triggered by one tweet that came in from Amit Malviya, who pointed out that Donald Trump is 78 now and that in 2029, Prime Minister Modi would also be 78.
Well, definitely, Donald Trump is 78. He is back in White House. He has won the election. And here, since 2019, there have been a lot of chatter about what happens when Prime Minister turns 75. Remember, though it is not a written rule, but it was an understood rule that anyone beyond 75 will not be given, position in cabinet or government in future once Prime Minister Modi came in. We saw how L.K. Advani, Murli Manohar Joshi, even President Atal Bihari Vajpayee, for that matter, was sent to the Margdarshak Mandal. The only exception that we have seen in last 10 years was Yadurappa, who took over the Chief Ministership of Karnataka even after crossing the 75-year mark. Now, Prime Minister is turning 75 in a year or so, and opposition has been raking up this issue that if the rule implies to others, why not to Prime Minister? And now with Amit Malviya's tweet, Amit Malviya, who is the social media in charge and head of BJP, with his tweet, this whole debate has been re-upped, and opposition very categorically saying that it wasn't Donald Trump who said that post 75 one should not take any position in the government. It was the BJP, and hence going back on their own words showcases that how they have no plan ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So there is war of words between BJP and Congress, while BJP say that if Donald Trump can be president in 78, why not be Prime Minister at 78 in 2029? Though that is quite far from now. Opposition is very clear that it wasn't Donald Trump who made this rule, it was your own party, and hence you should abide by it. Remains to be seen how things unfold, but definitely the age, the number has again entered the domestic politics of India.
Okay, all right, Rishabh, stay with us. Let's also speak about one aspect of the US elections that has a lot of Indians talking. Let's look at the Indian Americans who have secured prominent positions now. They are going to be shining in the US elections after the victory of Donald Trump. Suhas Subramaniam, the Indian American lawyer who is currently the Virginia state senator, has also served as a White House advisor to Barack Obama. And Sri Thanegadar, who has been re-elected for the second time from Michigan. He has moved to the United States for higher education. A chemist and an entrepreneur, has also worked in the Michigan State House and Washington, D.C. So Sri Thanegadar is also going to have a significant role in the Trump administration. Raja Krishnamurthy as well has been re-elected for the 5th consecutive term. The Indian American has advocated for Harris-Walz duo and was first elected to the House of Representatives in 2016 and had done engineering, mechanical engineering from Princeton, then was graduated from Harvard Law School. So that's some great credentials. Another significant member is going to be Ro Khanna, first elected to the US House in 2016, served on the House Armed Services Committee, born in Philadelphia during America's bicentennial. Now, Pramila Jayapal, also representing District of Washington State since 2017, and of course, Ami Bera as well, the senior-most U.S. House representing the District of California since 2013, who has been re-elected for the 7th consecutive term and is a physician by profession. So these are some of the Indian Americans who will continue to have a big role in the U.S. administration.